This is SMT Mazharullah, teaching linear control system for third year EEE. So before starting, I want to tell you that before starting linear control systems, there are some prerequisites for these control systems. Like you have to know what is control system and what is meant by system, what is input and what is output. If you go through the prerequisites first, then you will be understanding the subject very clearly. So I will tell you what is an input. Input is nothing but it is a stimulus or excitation, stimulus or excitation given to the system. Okay? What is input? It is a stimulus or excitation given to the system to get an output. So what is a system? System, it is an arrangement of elements in a definite manner to perform the task. To perform the task. What is this? System. It is an arrangement of elements in a definite manner to perform the task. So one more thing is output. What is an output? Output is the response. It is the response of the system. It is the response of the system. So it is the actual response of the system. Like we are giving some input to the system and the system is getting some process, it is having some process controls, and later you are getting some output. So it is like you are having an input and then a system and then an output. This is what in block diagram we can say that it is input and it is system and then this is the output. Now coming to the point, we are having here one more thing to understand, that is called as control. What is a control? Control is a command. Control is a command or a regulation to get the desired output. To get the desired output. Like I can easily make you understand that without any control, the system is not having a proper output or a guided output or a desired output. Suppose you want some desired output, you can't get a desired output from the unguided system or the system which is not able to be controlled. So we should compulsorily have to control the system. So here nothing but controlling plus system. As we have already known what is system, and already we have told what is control. Control is nothing but a command or regulation to get a desired output. It is given to a system. Now control plus system is nothing but control system. Control system. Like a control system has a number of examples. Like you are having some, can take an example of a fan. I will give you an example of a fan now. Suppose you are taking a fan and the fan has the blades, and if you are getting the switch on of the fan, then it starts to rotate. Now if we imagine a fan without a regulator. Without a regulator, if you are imagining a fan, then it is nothing but you are getting a undesired output. A fan without a regulator is called as a undesired output. Like example is fan. Now you are taking a fan and you are getting output as airflow, Now if the airflow is controlled, nothing but your system is called as control system. Your system is called as the control system. Like if you are having in the fan with regulator is called as control system. Now if you are not able to use a regulator and directly you are using a fan without a regulator, that is called as not as a control system, but it is called as system. It is called as a system where we are not getting any desired output. So fan with regulator gives the output controlled airflow. Without any regulator here, where we cannot control the fan speed, it is nothing but you cannot have a controlled airflow. Like it is a control system. This is called as a control system example. And other one is fan without regulator. Is uncontrolled airflow. That means that it doesn't give you a proper airflow, or that is the output which is the airflow from the fan. So fan without regulator is called as just a system. It is not control system. It is just a system. Okay. Now you are clear about what is a control system and what is a system. And now again I will tell you one more example. That is, you can see here, fan without blades. Students, have you ever imagined a fan without blade? Yeah. If you are having a fan without blade and you are running it, then it doesn't give you any airflow. And that airflow, it is not there. There is no output. The output is airflow, but here there is no output at all. That means that it is not at all a system. Okay, it is not a system. So here there are three things that you have to understand. One is fan without blades. A fan without blades doesn't give any airflow, so it is having no output, so it is not called a system. Now here we are getting a desired output. We are getting nothing but it is a control system. Control system is nothing but getting a desired output is called as control system by controlling the fan speed by a regulator. And here fan without a regulator is called as a system. So we have learned three things, that is system, that is where it is not a system, and here it is called as a control system. So it is clear for you now. Like system is nothing but which is having these things, like you are having here system, fan without regulator, but getting some airflow, output is there, so it is called a system. And here you are not having any output, airflow is not there, so it is not a system. But here you are having a output, airflow is there, and also it is being controlled by regulator, so it is called as a control system. Is it clear to you? Next we will go to the other topics of the control system. The control system can be divided into two parts, that is open loop control system and closed loop control system. So students, open loop control system is nothing but a system where you will be having only an input, okay, and your what we say, that is a controller, and the output, like here input, So it is a simple block diagram of the open loop control system and the closed loop control system. Here in the open loop control system, you are able to see here that open loop control system has input, it is control process, and the output. It is very simple. It is very economical also, and it is able to have no accuracy. But here in this control system, closed loop control system, you are having input and you are having control process, and you are having here output, as well as you will having a measuring element, nothing but feedback. It is called as feedback. What is the feedback? A feedback is nothing but if you are having the output, desired output is not reachable, or you are not getting a desired output, then you are going to sense the output to the sensor and give it to the comparator here, and this comparator will check the process, again give the proper desired output. So it is nothing but a feedback, like a faculty delivering any lecture. If he is not properly delivering a lecture, the feedback will be taken and given to the HOD, and if the HOD again recorrects the faculty, then the process or the system, control system will work properly. So it will be accurate system. So here the accuracy will be there, and here it is not economical than an open loop control system, but it is very accurate and it is more reliable also, and if there is any non-linearity in the system, it will be overcoming that non-linearities. But here non-linearities are not overcome here, only the linear systems are going to be accepted in the open loop control system. Like we have a number of examples of the open loop control systems and the closed loop control systems. Like some examples of the open loop control systems are like you will be having some open loop control system example is best example is a toaster, a bread toaster. You will be having some desired time for it for toasting the bread, and some washing machine, for example some washing machine is the open loop control system, and also a few things that are open loop control system which don't have the feedback, or which does not have any sensor, is called as the open loop control system. And here closed loop control system, it is a fine example of closed loop control system is we are having an automatic iron box where it can check the heat or the heat of the body, that surface of the iron, and it will be in the normal mode. So, it is called as a closed loop control system. So, number of examples we can talk in the next classes. So, it is the introduction class. Okay. So, we will continue in the next class. Thank you.